Okay.
So you can take it off.
Because I was once like you, just a few years, 2 years ago or something. So, and I passed out from your local government as well. That's why I requested for each question.
She was not.
That was a good one. I was trying to do that. So you have had so much. You've heard a lot about youth transformation and the initiative, the Youth Empowerment Initiative. I hope to think you've gotten something so far because I'm going to expand upon what she talked about. She probably told you about how you could help transform the society. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And one of such ways is for you to be able to transform the society, you have to actually be in control of yourself. You have to be yourself wherever, whenever. Do not depend on anyone. Not your parents, not your government, not the uniform you're wearing now. You don't have to depend on anything. I don't know, you probably heard something like this, I don't know, but this is coming from a youth to another youth. Someone that just passed out. I passed out last year. So coming from a youth to another youth, I've been through what you're going through now. When did you start? November last year, okay. Okay, this is like stream 1 and stream 2, okay. Why did they choose just 20 of you? It was special.
It was promising.
We're settled.
Okay, so what am I trying to say in all this? Now, most of you, how many of you are serving in a company? So how did you manage to get a company? I thought that was so hard. Okay, they requested for a corporate. And the company is paying you, okay, first month, okay. Okay. And the rest of you are working in schools, right? Why I'm asking is because at the end of this, what happens next? When you pass out, those of you that are companies probably, hopefully, the company would want to, or you would want to, the company to retain you, and hopefully they will retain you. Those of you that are not working in companies, you may not want to continue with the school you're in. What do you, have you thought of life after the service? You go from studying Nigeria. Well, just make me personally after this, I'll put you on the whole thing. So, okay. In fact, let me just give you a brief history, just a brief history about myself. I studied electrical and electronics engineering in about 4 universities, listed there. And after that, am I blocking someone? Sorry. So, that's Futo, you know Surulere, the University of Aberdeen, University of Illinois Champaign, and Royal Institute of Technology. They call it Kungliga Tekniska Högskolan. That's Swedish for Royal Institute of Technology. So after that, I finished with my master's and everything. After that, I came back to Surulere. Most of you will be wondering, why would he even come back? If you had gone outside to study and you intend and you know you're going to come back to this country, raise up your hand. You're going to come back if you had gone outside to study.
Are you this one? Are you asking?
I wish you did wait. What? It's like he says. Come back.
You come back. I'll let you details after this. If you manage to go, you must come back.
Okay,
So, you might be asking, why did he come back? I'll talk about that later. So, sorry?
He came back because they gave him just a student.
Well, I didn't. After a student visa, you usually have time there, so you can look for a job and then get a work visa.
He didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
Were you there?
Give me your phone number. Come on, give me your phone number.
It's on the attendance.
It's on the attendance. Can you help me? Like, what's the name?
Fine.
Okay. Expect a credit recharge card that lasts on your phone just by the end of this.
But wait, you are going to talk for me for that.
No, the club was a prayer for that. The club was, you got the club one, all the special one. It's not easy now. Don't worry, you get special case. Don't worry. So I came back, yeah, that was why I came back actually. It's not as if I came back, I was like, okay, I'm going to come back to do something for my country. I came back because I actually ran out of visa and there was no job. There was no job. So that was it. Like all my hopes were dashed because I actually had plans. I already had a lot of plans. I already made connections and everything. Just waiting to get a secure job and remain there. After like 2 months, it used to be 2 years, but bad luck, I don't know why bad luck followed me there, and they got it down, we only got it down to 2 months. So after studying, they'll give you 2 years to look for a job, you can let it go. But in my own time, it was just 2 months, so I couldn't get a job. So because there was no job, all the plans I've had were shattered, and I had to come back and start. Because I've been away from the country for a while, so I didn't really know anything about what's happening here or how to look for a job or anything, so I just came back here and started to serve. But that notwithstanding, after my service, as God may have it, I got recruited by a company. Immediately, like the week I was about to pass out. So I met the CEO of the company, came to our local government looking for people. So I happened to meet him by chance and started talking. And let me go and interview, just like that. The company I served with, they wanted to retain me as well, but the pay was better. I didn't even work. I just paid them on my private day than to get that money. So that was luck. Okay, luck and prayers. I prayed a lot then. And then I started working as a software developer in that company. So a few months down the line, someone now told me about pageantry. So many of you are like, okay, let me say all of you, like, good looking. I think you can actually do well in pageantry and everything. I'm not trying to sell it to you, but yeah, someone told me the same thing, like, you could do well in pageantry. Why don't you go for this pageant? I was like, okay, I need to go to it. Inspired. That was my first attempt. But why did I actually go for it? I didn't just want my job to be, I didn't want to be dependent on my job. I didn't want to be dependent on the money. I didn't want the money I was earning to control me. Because I always had to go to work at specific times. Like, that money is controlling my movement. Everything. Wake up at this time, go to work. Everyone is satisfied, the boss, everything is satisfied. You come back. Sometimes I get home at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. at night. Leave for work at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I wanted to expand. Someone had really opened my eyes that he thought I had what it takes to go into modeling and pageantry. So he's like, go for it. So I was like, okay, he's like a talent, a good-given talent, so why don't I make use of it? So I'll just attempt something. And yeah, so that was my main motivation of going into it. Just to be able to control, to have that option of controlling my own. So don't worry, some refreshment is coming soon, don't worry. To have that option of controlling my own future. Okay, so yeah, the job, the pageantry, like because of the pageantry, I'm a model. I've been signed up to modeling, I've been signed up to several modeling agencies, both here decide to choose whatever I want to do. And now, the salsa thing I actually talked about, it's actually a real thing. Like, I'm launching a salsa program tonight. The flyer will be shared. Thank you. Bring the flyer to share it. So I'm launching a salsa program tonight. Salsa dance, not only salsa, a lot of Latin dances. We just want to meet a lot of people, even people from the industry. You come, dance, have fun, and go home at the end of it. Just this last session. And so yeah, this is something I started as well because I used to dance when I was outside the country. So I came back, I'm like, okay, I know how to dance, and I've seen that there are people that are actually teaching this. So why don't I take this up? You know, it's like a talent which I've managed to acquire, so I can actually use it to be gainfully employed by myself. So the classes I'm teaching, although I'm making them free for now, but if you go other places, they charge a lot for it, and people pay because they actually want to leave all their stress behind and come and like, relax, have fun, great ways to keep fit, meet people, and so on. So, yeah, I'm going to be charging for it after today. Okay. I think I'm running out of time. Does somebody know who this is?
Richard Quest.
There are a lot of voices. I'm not giving out anything before you finish my
No.
Quest means.
Business.
There we go. You know who this is? Of course, no need to ask you. Okay. So, I actually showed that picture just for you to, I thought you wouldn't know who that is. Someone just walked in. Can you just come and have a seat? Introduce you for a moment. Just have a seat. That's Miss Ideal, runner-up 2016. So just give it a round of applause. Okay, so I met all those people with regards to the title I have. So going to events, meeting people. These are some people you actually engage friends with, talk with. If you know the Richard First guy, he travels a lot. And he always talks about his experiences on CNN and stuff. So if you get to chat with him, it's a really great opportunity. He gives you that inspiration and everything. So if you get a chance to meet people like that, and make the most of it. So I think I'm just gonna rush through the slides. So you were speaking about transformation of the society earlier on. Now, the Egyptian, how many of you have heard of the Egyptian revolution? You've heard of everything.
What's your name?
Okay, that's good. Clap for him. Okay, just give us a brief, just like 30 seconds of what you know about it.
The revolution actually started when the former president, Mubarak Morsi, actually started. I think he made some mistakes because he took over from the ex-president. So with so much problems, I think he was jailed because he's currently serving in jail term right now.
Yeah.
So many uprising and other uprising that started in Libya and other places. So it really affected the Egyptian.
Yeah, that's right. But in a nutshell, the Egyptian revolution started by whom?
Youth.
The youth. What did they do? Look at that. Exactly what that's what they were facing in 2011. This was the status of their country, and someone told me that this is not. So most of this is not what we're facing in Nigeria right now. This is what we're facing. So this is what they were facing. So they organized themselves. They couldn't take it anymore. So what did they do? On a specific date, the 25th of January, they gathered 2 million of them. 2 million of them gathered in Cairo and other places around Egypt. What did they do? They formed massive riots, civil unrest, like several things, just to portray, just to bring out their grievances, that they're not happy with the government and everything. So what happened? What was the result of that? 2 weeks later, the president was overthrown. Most of their prime ministers resigned. A lot of government officials left the seat, and it was taken over by fresh people who had never attended the government before. It was first taken over by the military, and after that they handed it over to someone else, and the government became stable. So, I'm not saying that the same thing should be done here in Nigeria, because our country is somehow. Although we can do the same thing, but probably not in the way they did. Because one disadvantage in what they did, it resulted in a lot of casualties. So a lot of people got injured, some people died. Although most of them, all these Muslims, most of them actually killed themselves as a result of the pain they were facing. So people died, people got injured and everything. But we don't have to do that. Exactly how they did it. There is a way we can actually help transform society, like she was talking about. And this picture sums it all. Okay? So there are jobs out there, you keep seeing jobs every day. There are a lot of employees. But what sets you apart? What sets you apart? Seizing control of yourself. Seizing control of your talent. Seizing control of that thing which you know how to do. That's your passion. Making the most out of it. Using it to develop yourself. Using it to develop people around you. To make a positive impact on people around you. And using it to develop your society in its entirety. So entrepreneurship, which is my topic. What is entrepreneurship? That's a long grammar. Although that is can someone help me find a completion to that in order to what? There are several completions you can put there, but
Create jobs. In order to maintain financial independence.
yeah, can do that. Willingness to develop organized management business along with any of these risks in order to
Solve problems.
Yeah.
Provide services.
Yeah. So that is, I'm glad you're actually in tune with this. So, but according to that definition, the thing at the end of it says to make profit. Because if you're in a business, that is what you want to do. You want to get more than you put into the business. You want to make profit. So, entrepreneurship. What my own definition of entrepreneurship is just the process of being what? Your own boss. Be your own boss. Do not depend on anyone. There are talents, there are things in you which you probably don't know you have till something brings it out. Once you realize that you can do something, think outside the box. Be creative. There are 1,001 things. The next speaker that's going to come up is actually the CEO of an IT company, Reservation. So there's something he said to me once, which still inspires me till today. It keeps my brain afloat. So one of his famous quotes is, there is earth, there is heaven. Now, probably you've been told as a kid that heaven is a place where everything you want exists. Anything that's all you ask for, you get it. Anything, mention it. If you're hungry, pizza, to show up in your face immediately. Don't try it now, probably. I don't think it's one. But yeah, so that is heaven. Anything you want at that moment to be there. But heaven, I mean, we're here serving because we want to get something. Okay, why don't we just lie down and say money and the money will come? So what is the difference between heaven and earth in that regard? Sorry? Yeah. But there's like, if I saw that what's the difference between heaven and earth to that regard? If you can get everything you want in heaven, and in earth, you're still looking for those things. So those things that set heaven apart from earth is what? It's an idea. It's almost an idea. No, it's a business idea. It is a business business idea. That thing, okay? You're thinking, okay, I can come today, maybe I'll say pizza and pizza will come. Maybe I can create an app on my phone. I can talk to the app and say pizza. The app can now look for where pizzas are around my vicinity. Help me order it, possibly just tell me the amount and I'll pay for it. That's a business idea. You create the app. Introduce it to people. The app will sell. It doesn't have to be pizza. I'm not using pizza. I don't even fancy pizza that much. Sorry? I think I like pizza. I don't know why I'm using pizza. I should have used like okay, let's move on. I ran out of time. So, yeah, business idea. So, what is the goal of entrepreneurship? Like, it's not, to be honest, I know we want to make money, but if you want to make money, just go and get employed by a company and make the money. Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. The money will be there, but can you actually live a life? Can you live your life? Can you spend time with your family? Can you, like, control your movements? Can you do some other things you want to do? Your best friend's wedding is coming up in so time, but you cannot go because you don't have, there's a job in us that you'll be there. I want to say son or daughter, I don't think there's anyone. Yeah, okay, maybe I should do that. Okay, your son or daughter has a graduation party to go to, but your work cannot give you leave to go to the party, and you miss the graduation, and the child probably will not understand. Okay, so it's not just about the money. So when you're trying to set up like a business of yours as an entrepreneur, you should think about how it will make a difference. And that is called the significance of that business. How it will make a difference to you, how it will make a difference to the society in general, to those around you. Not only positively impacting yourself, not only controlling your life, but trying to make life better for those as well. So in that regard, if you're setting up something, a job, you should also like have specific characteristics of that job, which would be that it will employ others.